Hello followers. Today we are going to see the topic Oracle Performance Tuning Fundamentals. See, if you are working on performance tuning, so what are the fundamentals required? Those things we are going to see it in the video. Okay, let's begin with the topic. So, what is the methodology to identify the performance? First one, first we have to identify. So, what are the symptoms and what time it's happening and what are the application it's impacting and what are the user and the scope. First phase we have to identify. First we have to identify where the issue is happening. So for that we have to ask these are the questions to the user and get the answers. Okay, who are raising the concern of performance. Okay, then we have to measure it. So what are the things we have to measure it? DB time and CPU time and wait events, SQL statistics, IO memory, and session information. These are the measures we should collect it before tuning. Because after tuning, we have to compare with before tuning, after tuning these metrics, then only we can uh, show these are the improvement we did after the tuning. So these are the measures we have to take it. Next, analysis. Then we can go with analysis. So whatever the impact, evidence, and determine root cause. So those analysis we have to do. Okay. So it's happening code level or it's any memory issue or it's a application issue or because it's a data volume issue. Those are the analysis we have to do based on the identification and measures. Okay. Then we can apply the tuning. So once we did the analysis, then we can where we have to apply it's if it's memory level, we have to connect with the DBA and increase the memory, or it's happening because of SQL, then we have to tune the SQL and we can apply those fix in our dev environment. Then we have to validate. Okay. So before tuning, what is the metrics? After the tuning, what is the metrics? So once it's resolved, then we have to take the evidence, then we can promote to higher environments. So these are the five major steps while doing the performance. Okay. So if you are attending any interviews or in your project, if you are doing any tuning, these are the five major steps you have to perform while tuning. Okay. So what is performance tuning in Oracle? See, if you are performance tuning or okay performance tuning engineer, it's vary from database to database. See, so here Oracle database, but um, some components based on our basic understanding we can tune it. Other database also, but if you can do effective tuning, if you have core idea of the particular uh, database. The example, if the doctor, he is a human doctor, but he has the basic understanding of the veterinary or dental. Okay, but he is not expert in that. But if you are expert in this particular area, then you can do in the best way. Okay. So what is Oracle performance tuning? To improve the performance of database. This response time, how much fast it's giving the response. Throughput, how much the memory it's using to complete the particular work. So how the resource utilization, how much memory it's using it. So so it's stability. So it's how stability is for complete week or month it's working fine as okay. So and scalability also, if it's every month it's increasing millions of records, then also it's not giving the any issue. Or if it's giving the issue, how to identify and solving the performance bottlenecks. Okay. So this is the performance tuning. So whatever the issue happening, we have to identify and we have to improve it and fix it. Okay. So major performance areas. Okay. SQL performance area, these are the these are the things we have to investigate. Okay. Inefficient SQL. So the SQL written, whatever the code written, it's efficiently they have written or we have to tune it. Okay, seeing the plan, we can identify the SQL is working efficiently or not. Okay, excessive of logical reads. Okay, maybe some code it's not properly planned, so it's the buffer. It's again and again it's reading and it's giving the performance issue. Poor joins. Okay, so any maybe some unwanted joins may be there, and some joins it's not indexed. Those may be problem. Okay, those joins. Okay, bad predicates. Okay, if any bad predicates are there, those things also give the issue. Okay, and inefficient execution plan. So seeing the execution plan, we come to know how it's fetching the data from the uh, table, how it's reading the data, and what are the index mechanism it's using, and what is the way it's going to fetch the data to the request. Okay, those all details. First, we have to see it in the major area, SQL performance. Okay. Next is CPU. First, which one is using high amount of CPU? That is the first way out identify. So, so excessive execution and PLSQL processing. So from the PLSQL engine to SQL engine, any calls are happening, multiple calls are happening. So what is the context switch? And parallelism. Sometimes if they use multiple parallelism also, that one also give the issue because it's not having the memory, but it's going with multiple excessive of parallelism. That one also give issue. Okay, memory. So what is the memory usage in SGA and BGA? So whatever the process running in SGA, it's SQL level, yeah, whatever the operations completely, it's go to SGA. PGA, it's PLSQL area, whatever the memory used. See, SGA memory is common for all user. PGA, it's every session, it's open the separate process global area and it use it. So that one also we have to check how the memory is used. Okay. So, and what's the pressure and large sorts if they are doing huge amount of order by group by those things also impact the memory. Okay, and what are the hash operation and inefficient memory usage. So maybe they are reading the data and after that before processing they are not committing it, the properly not the transaction handled, those also give the issue. Okay, so IO. So how they are reading the data, okay, from the database, they are doing the efficient read or not. Those also you an access path. We have direct path. It's going or it's going the scattered way. So those things also IO also we have checked and wait events. So sometimes some processes it's waiting before execution. That one also we have to check why it's waiting. Okay, so concurrency, some sessions are blocking and it's not allowing to another user to process it. Those contents are also it give the issue. Okay, optimization statistics also we have to check it. Okay, these are the key areas we have to check it. Okay, performance areas. So so SQL performance and these are the metrics we have to check. Okay. So first, what is the DB time and CB time? So in Oracle itself, we have the everything, but we should know where we have to check. So we have the metadata. Okay, we have B dollar views. It's contain all the details from if you logged in the system Oracle database, everything audited in the Oracle database and it's stored in the metadata, but we should know from where we can check and identify the issue. Okay, so we completely the Oracle, it's a time model, time based. Okay, so we have one how much TB time it spent. We have the on metadata B dollar system time model, system level time model we have. So there is the column value. Here we can check. We can so what is the elapsed time for? There is a column stat name. Here we have three things: TB time, CPU time, and actually elapsed time. These three value we can get it from this time model, and we can see how much time it's taking. Okay, so I will show the practical example running this query. Okay, this is a query we use to identify DB time and DB CPU time. Okay, so once it's analysis, then we come to know, oh, okay, so it's taking CPU time or more, or DB time or more. If it's DB CPU time, then maybe it's because of the memory. But the DB time, it's more, then it's maybe some SQL operation is taking more time. We have to analysis from the SQL level. Okay, so how to identify which SQL is taking more time? So we can use this $SQL. Here, all the SQL statements are registered. From this table, we can identify what are the top SQL. It's taking the more time. Okay, so first we can fetch, and from here we can take details from the $SQL. From here we can take all these details. Okay, these are the important columns. SQL ID, it's give unique ID, execution, number of execution, and CPU time, elapsed time, and buffer gets. It's what are the logical reads, and discrete, what are the physical reads, number of row. This all detail we will get it from here. Okay, so then we can identify what are the elapsed time. Okay. After that, what is the logical read and physical read, and which one is taking more physical read. Then we can fine tune that SQL, seeing the um, execution plan. Okay. So then memory usage also we can see how much memory used, SGA and PGA. Do we have sufficient memory, or it's memory exhausted? Those checks also we can do. There is a table $SGA. Here we can check it, and $SGA stat PGA for PGA memory set, and session level. All the details we can see it in $session. Okay. So what are the session waiting? Those things we can check. So okay, there is a system event, system level, whatever the details we need, we can check it from here. So any blocking session, so those data also we can check it from $session. Okay, there is blocking session column. It's not null, then that's the, it will show what are the blocking session. Okay, so temporary temp usage. So because of sorting and temporary memory, we can see this table. What are the temporary memory available and used? Okay, so optimization statistics, we can see this table. User underscore table. So, what is the table name, number of blocks and blocks, what the latest analysis. So, if it's stats are gathered or not, those checks we can check from this table. Okay. So execution plan. So we can use explain plan before running the query. See, the execution plan means after the running the query, how it's executed. Explain plan, before running the query, we can see Oracle how it's going to run this query. Okay, how to access it. Once we explain, then we can use table function and we can display how it's going to run it. Okay, then we can see how it's going to fetch it. What are the scanning methodology it's going to use, and it's a full table full access, or unique scan, or range scan, and it's accessing by row ID or nested loops, or so these details we can see it in the execution plan, explain plan. Okay. Next, execution plan. Once it's executed, then it will we can see how it's executed in the DB. Those details we can check it from this execution plan. Okay. So the example, first we have to identify what time, where it's happening, and we have to check this all the metrics. Then we can start investigating the performance. Okay, let's go with the practical side. Okay. Okay, so here normally what we'll do, we will check the plan for, and from before checking we will find, first we will find the SQL ID, and from the SQL ID we will see plan. From the plan we will tune, and after tuning we will apply it. Then we will validate it. Okay, so this is the way we tune it. Okay, this is the fundamentals. Okay, let's. Okay, first this is the table system model. Okay, so if we run this query, it will give. So Oracle itself, it's gave facility how we can identify the performance bottleneck and we can fix it. Okay, so this is the one. So what is the DB time? What is the SQL elapsed time and DBA? So directly we can query this metadata table and we can see. So based on that, we can check which one is giving the issue. Okay. So if you want to see it in seconds, value divided by number, then you can see each. Okay. Okay. So now what is top SQL? Okay. So we will use this query. Okay. So now my database 11G. So if you using 12C above, then you can use this syntax directly fetch to first rows. I'm using 11G. That's why I am going with this. So here, so this is the top 10 SQL execution and what is the CPU's time, elapsed time, buffer it gets and discretes and how many rows it's passed. And it's giving the SQL ID. So this is the top SQL. From here we will start. Okay. Then we will take this ID. Then we will run the query. Okay. Okay. Top SQL. So okay. Um, okay. So the timings. Okay. From here we will take and okay. So now we will see. Okay. Dot SQL elapsed times. See. Here also this. Okay. Uh, buffer reads. Okay. Uh, okay. So if you want to maximum buffer gets, we will do order by maximum buffer. Then we will get the uh, buffer reads which one is maximum, those details. Okay. If you want to discrete physical read which one is max, we will order by this discrete. Then we will get the top. Okay. So if it's CPU time more, then we will go for buffer gets. If DB time is more, then we will go for discretes. Okay. So wait events, system level wait events. Here we can see how much it's waiting. Okay. What are the session in the wait? So $B session. See, these are the wait events. Okay. From $V system event, system level, what are the wait events we have? Those things we can check it. Okay. From how much second it's waiting and total waits, we can see it from here. Okay. Currently waiting session. Here we can see from the $B session. Okay. Not it idle, then those are the session it's waiting. Okay. This is the one, it's currently in the waiting. Okay. So from $B session, we can see it. So which session is blocking? See, sometime get blocked, then we can go with block session. Blocking session is not null. Then we can see what other session is blocked. If nothing is blocked, then it will be 0. So if any session blocked, then you can see some queries taking more time, and if it get blocked, then we can see it from here. Okay. Wait clause, you can see. Okay, active session. So what are the session active also we can see here. Okay. So how many session active, those detail you can see it from here. So so only one session currently active. That's why it's showing number one. So if you want to see how many session active, so the database level overall how many session active, this you can group by that username. If multiple user logged in, then you can use this query and you can check it. Okay. So SGA information, there is a metadata $SGA, then we can see how much. Okay, so bytes you can use divided by 104 to MP. If you want GP divided by one more 104, then you will. So value, it's not bytes, column name. Okay, those, so these are the memory allocated in SGA. Okay, if you want to see PGA, then you can use this PGA stats. Okay, so these are the memory allocated in PGA level, whatever the memory allocated. So those details we can see it here. Okay, so temporary memory, this is the temporary memory space, and see it. So actually most of the details are, so this is the memory and how much uh, free memory available, and so it's completely temporary, completely it's used. Okay, so it's personal system, it's that's why it's showing very low number and it's used completely. Okay, session level, anything block. Okay, see, DBA, they will use, these are the metadata to identify what are the session level blocks. Okay, you see here, so each session level, we can see uh, what are the blocking. So nothing is blocked as of now. Okay, so session level details also, we can see it. Okay, so, okay, so here. So when this table lost optimization, see sometimes the table having index, but it's not using those index, means it's not um, stats are not gathered. So those time we can check this user underscore table on when it was analyzed last and how many rows, those details we can check it from here. Plan. See example, if we want check the plan, so first taking the SQL ID, we can take the query and we can first run the plan. Okay, see if you see, I'm running the plan for this. Okay, just a listen there. Let's run it for EMP. See, now I'm running the department number 10. Now for this query, just I will run the plan. Okay, yes, this user. Okay, more here, this is the column employee ID. So normally, our user not having this privilege to access these all metadata table. So normally they will connect sys user and they will work, or else they will give based on the request what are the metadata we want access, those table access they will give it. Okay, so I explained the plan. Now I can see it. This query, using this query, we can see it how the query is executed. So it's now, so this is the plan. So it's accessed by row index row ID. Okay. So okay. So unique scan. So this is giving the plan. Okay. By details this one. Okay. Now it's it's not running. Just it's explain how it's going to run. Okay. So now that's time plan here. Once executed, how is executed, that will show. Mhm. Oh, this is from the um, uh, cache level. It's a whatever currently running, those it will fetch it. Hmm. So this is the current query, how it's running. It's okay. So here we can see those all details, SQL ID, what are the hash value, and how it's accessing its, what is the operation is happening. Those are all details it will give. Okay, memory level. So we will check the plan and we can see it. Okay, so here this is the, just we will run the, okay, so once we get the performance issue, first we will run this $SQL only. First identify what is the top SQL. See, this is the top SQL. So we will take the SQL ID. Then what we will do, we will use this SQL ID. Okay, and we will see what is the SQL text for this. Okay, from this SQL ID, first we will check what is the SQL running on this SQL ID. So $SQL, we will see. So this is the SQL. So this is the anonymous block running for this. Okay. So this is the, so whatever operation we are doing completely, it's recorded to this $SQL. So here we can see this is the block it's running. Okay. So this one, and this is the block it's running. Okay. So this is the block it's running backend. So it's taking. Okay. So then uh, okay, so now we can see this plan for this SQL ID. So, okay. So now what we can do, we will pass this SQL ID, SQL ID as input, then we can check this. Okay. Now here this SQL ID we can pass for this function, then we will see the stats. So here it will show everything. So um So, okay, it's not currently it's not in the cache, that's why it's giving this error. Or else it will show how it's processing and also it's giving the information also. See, check the $SQL plan to see the plan, how it's executed. Okay. So this ID we will pass and we will get the detail. Okay. So this the way we will tune it. First we will identify the SQL ID, which is taking more time, and we will tune it. Okay. What are the interview questions? Let's go with interview questions. Okay. So these are the bottom interview questions. What is Oracle performance tuning? The process of improving database performance to reducing the response time, resource usage, and bottlenecks. So this is the performance tuning to reduce the response time, resource usage, through throughput, and bottlenecks. These are the, so the system is having these are the issues. To fix it, we will tune it. Okay. What are the major area of performance tuning? So these are the major areas: SQL tuning, memory, IO, CPU, weight events, database design. Design level, architect will they do. So our if you are SQL database engineer, performance engineer, your tuning will be mostly in SQL tuning. Okay. So remaining memory level, I will this and all DBA will tune it based on the our input. DBA will tune it. Okay. Okay. Application level tuning also. So whatever the SQL level, we will check the plan and we can tune it. Okay, these are the major areas. What is DB time? So total time spent by the database session. Database session level, how much time send spend on DB time. Okay, plus non-ideal wait time. Okay, the total time spent by database session on CPU plus non-ideal wait time. What is DB time? The amount of CPU time consumed by the database session while executing work. So particular task while running, how much CPU used? Those time is CPU time. What is wait event? Event that shows why database session is waiting before it's continue the execution. So before continuing the execution, why it's waiting? That is the particular time it's wait event. Okay. What is the difference between response time and throughput? Okay, response time, it's measure how long one request takes. Okay, so um, they give the one request, how much time it's taking, give the response. Okay, while throughput, it's how much work is completed given time. So they gave the work and how much time it took to complete. Okay, this is the very important question: response time and throughput. Okay, how to identify the top SQL? So using $SQL, we can identify. So AWR report. So DBA, they will identify using AWR report or its automatic workload repository or ASL report. It's active session history report or Oracle Enterprise Manager. These are the tools they will use to identify the top SQL. So directly we can use this one if you don't have access to these um, uh, tools. Okay, this is the UI based tools. So $SQL directly we can use database. Okay, okay. What is SQL ID? It's unique ID gathered by Oracle in the SQL statement. Okay, each statement it will be having the one SQL ID. Okay. What is the execution plan? The sequence of operation Oracle chooses to access the data and execute the SQL statement. Okay. So Oracle, how it's going to execute those details will be seen in the explain plan. Okay, execution plan. What is the difference between explain plan and display cursor? Explain plan, it shows estimated plan. So how it's going to execute. It's a display cursor, it show actually how it's executed and its runtime statistics. Okay. What are the buffer gets? The number of logical reads from the Oracle buffer cache. It's required SQL required to execute the SQL statement. What is physical read? How much data from the disk storage it's reading. Okay, it's not available in the buffer cache. How much time it took to read the from the disk or storage. Okay, what is cardinality? The estimated or actual number of rows returned the operation in the execution plan. So how much rows it's going to fetch that estimate, it's called cardinality. What is selectivity? So after um, filtering, how much it's going to fetch it. The percentage fraction of rows that satisfy the predicate. Okay. Okay. How to identify the blocking sessions? $V session using this dynamic performance view, we can check it using this blocking session and blocking session status. Okay. How do you investigate high temp usage? Using this temp usage dynamic performance view, you can check. Okay. How do you estimate determine whether CPU or IO button using this TPU time or wait events? This checking this value you can. Okay. What is the difference between this or that? And okay. Okay. These are the uh, interview questions. Okay. So just I covered some basic fundamentals. Okay. So I will go one by one in the future videos in the deep dive each area. So this video is starting video of performance tuning, the fundamentals. Okay. Mm. Please share your feedback and comments based on your input. I will be taking videos and I will be sharing it. Okay. Please subscribe it. If you are not subscribed, if you already subscribed, thank you for your support. Share your feedback, comments. Thanks for viewing the channel.